Tonight, NewsNation reporter Evan Lambert, we understand, will be spending the night in jail in rural Ohio. East Palestine, Ohio, arrested Evan quite simply for doing his job. We have everything on tape. He did nothing wrong other than report the news during the Ohio governor's press conference about a train derailment. It's important to understand. Evan, we believe, was the only national reporter in East Palestine because there had been a massive train derailment and then huge fireballs over the past few days as the toxic chemicals were burned off. It's an important story. That's why Evan was there reporting on it. Just take a listen to the moments leading up to the arrest.
And the derailment unfolded originally on Friday night. There was a controlled release of these chemicals as well. And we're actually being told right now that we need to stop broadcasting because this news conference is behind us and we're in the command center. So as we all listen back there and I listen here, you'll learn the latest. Nicole?
All right, Evan, we know that you're keeping an eye on all of that.
All right, so there you go. You see a state trooper standing there, as they often do when the governor of a state is there. And now you see the same state trooper overseeing sheriff's deputies, we understand, putting Evan in handcuffs. Right after Evan wrapped up, police were in his face. It didn't take long for police to remove him forcibly from the room where the press conference was happening. As a member of the press, they slammed him to the ground and handcuffed him. Evan tells our bureau chief, Mike Vaquera, he's being charged with criminal trespass and disorderly conduct and will be held overnight in jail. With that, we bring in former Detroit Police Chief Ralph Godbee. Chief, good to see you. We appreciate it. Boy, I've got so many questions in terms of how is it possible that police would sort of get the idea that we're going to arrest a reporter based on the video we saw?
Well, Leland, I have over 27 years of active law enforcement, almost 35 years in aggregate. It makes absolutely no sense as I look at the tape and listen to the tape. You have a journalist doing their job in the media room, and he's not disorderly. And let me say this, Leland, disorderly conduct is usually a catch-all for contempt of cop. So not knowing what went on off camera, if there were any other instructions given to the reporter, which doesn't justify, but it is just completely baffling. I mean, the First Amendment, that's a bedrock principle of a free and democratic society, which the USA is supposed to be one of the greatest countries on the planet because of that. And to arrest a reporter for disorderly conduct when he's simply doing a live shot, it makes no sense. And then to further exacerbate
for that matter, it didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense to the governor of Ohio, who was there doing the press conference, who saw it. Take a listen to the governor.
You know, it has always been my practice that if I'm doing a press conference, if someone wants to report out there and they want to be talking to the people back on channel, whatever, they have every right to do that. So, you know, that should not, if that someone was stopped from doing that or told they could not do that, that was wrong. And it was nothing that I authorized, and certainly it would be something that I would not want to see happen. This happens, you know, we do this, I do this all the time, and yeah, so I'm certainly very, very sorry that happened. I don't know all the facts, but he or she, whoever was arrested, had every right to be reporting and do what they do every single day.
Look, I've interviewed the governor before, and he's always been, as far as I've always been able to tell, very good to the press and a supporter of the free press. There was a local reporter who was on talking about Governor DeWine being a supporter of them as well. So you have politicians sometimes who try to use police officers and others as a buffer. DeWine's never done that. So we'll put that aside for the second. I just got to get you on this, though. East Palestine, Ohio, it's between Cleveland and Pittsburgh, rural Ohio. Evan was there reporting on this train derailment, and over the course of a few days, they'd evacuated an entire town because they had to burn off all of the toxic chemicals, huge fireballs into the sky. People were scared. It's a story that matters to all of America. It's a story that's important. Yes. It could happen in any town that has railroad tracks, any town that freight lines or highways go through. Is this just a situation of police kind of not understanding what the rules are for the media, and why that sometimes, you know, that when you just can't push the media around, perhaps in the way that they're used to?
Leland, I mean, you are being very generous because I can't think of a scenario. And let me give more context. I was in charge of mayor security in the city of Detroit early in my career for about 7 years, trained by the Secret Service. And all deference to the media was given unless there was some just amazing exacerbating circumstance that a reporter didn't follow a direction. Arrest was the very last thing that we would use as a tool in our toolbox.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.